Good ambiguous time of the day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusioned Plays Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations, episode 51. I know. I was really hoping we were going to do it on the 50, but here we are.
This case, man.
This case. Twists and turns abound. So, on the last episode, some court stuff happened.
Yep.
And we learned that basically pretty much anything that we thought had happened is kind of thrown out the water. It's anyone's guess. As, honestly, I'm a little hazy on what happened because it just kind of, there were so many twists that I just kind of, I'm not entirely sure that I followed it.
As it turns out, the person who's on the stand has actually been Dahlia the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, I know that. It was more a case of, I'm still like under the impression that I still think it's Maya. But that being said, we're under the impression at the minute that the person on the stand is Iris. Dahlia, but possessing Iris.
Yeah.
The idea is that their personalities had switched somehow, although, again, it's a little weird. To be honest, I think we'll just jump in because I'm making a mess of this, as I always do. And so, with that said, I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
And let's just get in and you'll
Pete
see.
Pete really sounds like he doesn't want to do this intro.
It's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that I always get confused. I'm always confused. I spend 90% of my life confused. And so, you know, this happened
and that is why Pete is Dick Gumshoe.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
So this is and this is the weird thing. So we'd been under the impression this whole time that Elise had channeled Dahlia, and Dahlia Dahlia just revealed that was what happened. She was summoned, she, put on a hood, she picked up a staff, and she went out to go and kill Maya.
Mm-hmm.
But then now we've got this little bit here where she's a little confused as to what happened. She went to kill Maya,
but then she
feels like she got stabbed.
Hmm.
I mean, and let's not even talk about the whole thing about if Elise was channeling Dahlia and killed Maya, then how the heck did Elise end up being swung like a pendulum across the bridge? Anyway, let's not think too hard about that because that'll probably come up in a minute. And
probably.
So anyway,
I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute. Maya Faye must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
That's not like her at all! Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork! Primarily because she mainly eats with chopsticks and doesn't really even do that. She'll just pick the plate up and inhale the whole thing, but regardless!
No, so it's a good job that, Nick didn't say, she wouldn't stab a burger. Because I imagine, Maya would just devour it entirely.
Yeah.
Well, she probably wouldn't stab it, she'd just consume it. Vor it.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. What an awful, awful person.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops.
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Faye with my own two hands. That
was the only thing I came back from the dead for.
My very last memory was...
What do we think it's going to be? Dick Gumshoe on his knees, builder's bum crack, fixing the bridge.
Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. Ooh. Interesting.
So do you think...
But the thing is, though, right, if she saw Maya outside, then Maya's not in the sacred cavern at all.
Yeah. You You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that for myself.
Unless this ends up being like a thing of, I don't know. I was gonna say like a plan between Maya and Elise. I don't know. I'm just kind of so bamboozled by this.
Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her for myself.
See, I went and yeah, this is gonna be
To
Maya.
the home for infinite the home for infinite losers.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
I bet this is going to be Maya. And this is going to be like a sort of a last humiliation for her, that she wanted her dead, and what's kind of worse is she's sort of trapped in her at the minute. She doesn't even know.
Maybe.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to...
The only thing I would say, and the only problem I can think of with your theory there, Pete,
Yeah.
is every time we've seen someone channel someone up until this point, their face has changed, their bodily appearance has changed, but their clothes have remained the same.
Correct.
Now, that doesn't mean that they couldn't have, done an old switcheroo just for the sake of it not being weird.
Now,
but those aren't Maya's clothes.
Now, I also would like to remind you of something. If I recall correctly, and my memory is hazy, so I may be wrong, feel free to challenge, but just outside the sacred cavern, or whatever it was called,
there's the
is
drawer
the
of
room, the drawer
There
acolyte
were
robes.
training robes, it's true.
Yes. And what is she wearing? The training robes. So, I'm not saying that she didn't just get her clothes from the drawers, but she probably just got her clothes from the drawers, if my theory is right.
It's not Pearl, do you think, is it?
I don't think it's Pearl. No.
Okay.
I think this is Maya. I am steadfast on that.
I didn't...
Oh, sorry. Go on. So
I can't remember
no,
what it
so I
was.
didn't know how to remove it. I didn't know how to remove it.
So I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who? Whom?
Could it have been Maya?
No.
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only two people could have been.
One of them was
That
Godot.
morning, only two people could have gone into the training hall.
One of them was Godot, wasn't it?
Oh shit.
Because Godot was in there. Wasn't he? I think?
Yeah, he did show up randomly, didn't he? Because we were like,
I
what are
can't-
you
I mean, I
doing
could
it? Because it was like you, there's
No, that
Phoenix
because
and
Godot didn't show up
Francisca.
until after the bridge was fixed. So it would have been that morning. So it was probably
So-
Pearl.
so it could have been, yeah, Pearl then.
Pearl that she's thinking of.
Oh, my mistake.
Maya.
Okay,
and
my mistake.
Pearls.
And he still calls her Pearls. The gravy.
Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
Hey, it's me. It's your old friend. Oh, it's not my dialogue. Oh, sorry. The bridge had been fixed, and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse that I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up, all by herself.
The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was all right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place.
Ah, there we are.
Oh.
This is Maya then. If she locked Iris in the cavern, so Iris is in there. This isn't Iris.
I guess so.
Sugar. Okay. I had finally learned exactly what had happened.
Oh, unless, yeah, maybe she does know.
It was then that I learned the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fay.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was...
Do. Who do you think it is? Comment below. Da 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 da.
Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden. It was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
No way!
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than... your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous! That's nonsense!
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean?
Presumably the word. The right.
What's the so-called evidence?
I know what this means.
Oh, why don't you show us, dear player?
The fact that Maya Fay has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple. That much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River. Where else?
Eagle River?
Maya Fay killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that?
So the thing is though, is whose body does she think she's in?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River.
Because the thing is,
unless this is all just a gambit to make everyone think that she is dead. And that, you know...
Well, I mean, maybe, but I'm just like... Because we know that Dahlia is dead, so she's being summoned by somebody. And in terms of people with summoning ability, the only people we know is Elise, Maya, and Pearl.
And Elise is dead.
Elise is dead, so it's Maya or Pearl. I mean, admittedly, we haven't seen Pearl.
No.
But
Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever.
Except mine.
Yes, I was lucky. So, what do you have to say now, Feeny?
Oh, I was just waiting for Taylor to... There we go. That was it. I was waiting.
Does Godot have his own theme song as his ringtone?
Who's got their mobile phone on in the courtroom?
Oops.
Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. Sorry, that's my phone.
What kind of ringtone is that?
Beep.
Hey,
Shut up.
Dick Gumshoe here. I mean, Dick Gumshoe.
I love he's like,
Sorry about that. By the way, I'm just gonna answer
I'm just gonna take this.
Hello here. Yep. Okay, thanks.
beep.
But was it something important?
Telemarketer.
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern.
That's great.
Now, yeah, who's inside? That's the big question. Who do we think it is? Is it going to be Maya or is it going to be Iris? What do we think, guys?
Well, Iris has got to be in there, surely.
We sure? And then, if that's the case, then well, I could say I suppose it's either Pearl or the other.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
do you think it's Iris Taylor? Do you think it's Maya, or do you think it's Pearl? It would be.
I think it's Iris in the. I think you're right. I think it is. The twist is going to be that it's Maya that's been possessed.
yeah.
What about Maya?
There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fey? Who was the accused? Sister Iris.
Huh?
Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
Yeah. So Dahlia thinks that she's in Pearl's body.
Yeah.
So, what about Maya? Where is she?
Oh, I really hope they do something like where, of course, she thinks she's at the bottom of the river, and then she's like, well, of course, she's dead, and I will take over Pearl. And then Pearl's like, yes, Nick, what is she saying? And then she's like, wait a second, what do you mean?
What?
Why is Pearl
Why are
there?
you here?
Why is she over there? Then whose body am I in? No!
Oh God, no!
Then that. Wait, but no, it's like that. But if you're there, then that means. Oh boy.
my God!
So, anyway, sorry.
There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern.
No. It can't be.
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
Yeah.
No. No!
It seems.
Voice.
I know. I was doing the judge, but it came out like,
It seems. This case has come to an end. A tragic end.
Did we get a bad ending?
Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Donim, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River.
It can't be.
Godot.
Huh?
Godot.
Yeah.
I guess.
Ha! Right. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean,
Professor is back! Professor Godot is back, guys! Like,
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth?
Huh?
Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge.
That's right. Where else? That's where she jumped from.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. That's right.
That's where she jumped from.
That's where she jumped from.
That's impossible.
Oh, yeah, because of the bank.
Because Nick was in the water at the same time?
No, because of the bank. The river bank. She'd have just fallen to her death and gone splat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of
Look,
course,
The
yeah.
splat, yeah, the ground.
Maybe she got a really good running leap.
You had to have, she pole vaulted across.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there.
Huh? What?
Don't get your panties all twisted up, Trite. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. Again.
So, it's impossible? Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River?
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fay threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Well,
Yes. Cha-ching!
It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness.
What did you say?
11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river.
Hmm?
Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
You're right.
I know I am.
Ooh.
She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo.
Interesting. Ha! So you finally figured it out.
You. No!
Order! Order!
You're just playing with me. Maya Fay's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
Ms. Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Hey,
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Here's my
all we
word.
need to do is if we could have just gone, Pearl, where are you?
Yeah.
Are you over there? Oh, there you are. Hi, yeah. Yeah, just checking. Just checking. Just checking, love.
Maya Fay wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River.
Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities.
Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be.
What? What? What is this one possibility you're talking about? Could you please point it out to me in the court record?
That's obviously a bluff.
Well done, Pete.
Nice one. So where is a dead body then?
Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment.
It's punishment time!
Shall I tell you, Ms. Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fay is in this very courtroom.
In that voice.
There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom.
What?
My Fay is here? Do you say she's here in my courtroom?
Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said, I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
So what?
But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
And now he needs to just go, Pearl, just wave your hand, please.
But why that's obvious. It's
There we go.
Pearl Fay, that pathetic little snivelling runt. Hey!
You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time that it's happened.
Oh, Sarah, that voice.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Someone called me before Pearl did? But who?
Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. Am I correct?
And then she tries to stab herself really quickly.
I must commit seppuku.
Yeah.
It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could.
Dick Gumshoe!
Sister Bikini! No.
Well, I mean, Elise did, but I think it's got to be Maya in this case.
No, because Elise is dead, so obviously
Yeah.
Maya quickly summoned her straight after. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think Maya did it because
You
to
know,
protect herself?
Yeah.
As she was dying, she was like, "Channel Dahlia Hawthorne, seal yourself in the cavern."
Yeah. But and it also, and in
Ooh.
doing so, it also kind of protected Maya because Dahlia would think that she's done the deed or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, that'd be the only way
like
to kind
she
of
just has.
it'd kind of be the only way to save Maya, so she can't be hurt by her because she is her.
Yeah.
Unless Dahlia ran headfirst into a wall multiple times.
Yeah, but
Perhaps that would-
but Dahlia doesn't know that she's Maya, so why
Yeah.
would she do that?
She
Right.
sort of blanked out.
This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already! I can't stand the tension!
Let
Ooh, this is just as good as a drama on television.
me get my popcorn.
On the wireless!
The wireless.
Dahlia Hawthorne! The person channeling you right now must be Maya Faye.
What? What?
But how could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal? And now I'm about to show that I am incompetent once again, and you must have to correct me once again. She said that her goal was to kill Maya Faye. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Well, Gramps, what would happen?
You can see the cogs going, can't you?
Could it be?
It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Welcome to the big boy club.
Yes, of course I do.
Yes, well,
Yes, thank you, but just go ahead and summarize it
I
for
was
me, just so I can be sure that you understand.
I was just waiting for you to confirm my suspicions.
Brilliant! I'm a genius. Told you I'd.
I'm a genius, yes. Closed in session. Court self. That's my verdict. I'm a genius.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
Oh my goodness.
Denial.
Yeah, because
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason.
Yeah,
To protect herself from you.
yeah.
To protect herself from me.
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hazakura Temple was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. So, then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide?
And in this one instance, she actually had a clever idea.
Yeah.
You mean that's when she channeled me?
All this time, you thought you had been channeled by Pearls.
Someone,
But
Judge.
Pearls is standing right there in the corner.
It's like, Judge, can you please get some guys in to restrain her quickly?
Yes.
Now.
Security, now, please, now.
Bailiff!
That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place
It's herself!
was you!
Ready for the rumbling,
Yep.
the breakdown.
The death
Here
stare.
it comes.
No, don't say that!
Oh, that's a face!
You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp?
Welp.
Hmm.
Welp.
Maya Fey killed herself! Isn't it obvious?
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the Inner Temple.
I don't believe
We
you.
really just need Pearl to just wave.
Yeah.
And that would
Yep.
convince her immediately.
Mr. Nick, I'm trying, but I'm not tall enough to stand above the banisters.
I guess she's obviously
jumping up and
outside.
down.
Unfortunately, I guess she just can't be in the courtroom, right?
Yeah. A stupid little girl like that who had never been out of the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have given her such a brilliant idea?
But
Her
that'll
mum.
have been Elise.
Yeah.
Well,
Me, of course.
Oh.
oh,
Mia.
Mia!
oh, there is Pearl. Hi,
Ah,
Pearl.
yay.
Also,
Oh.
Mia.
Hello, Mr. Nick.
I was just so small that no one could see me standing over the bench.
She's been waving for like the past half hour.
I'm here. I've been
No one could see.
speaking, but no one can hear me.
No one could see me because I'm so small.
I thought it was Elise, honestly. But we
Yeah.
have been wondering
Yeah.
where the hell Mia has been in all of this.
Yeah.
Mia!
Mia Fey.
Uh-oh.
It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Like the
Oh, Mama!
like even on that
Oh dear! I think I have to adjust my goggles and something else. I feel so conflicted right now. That girl,
She's like
she's a small child, and yet right now, oh my lord,
Mama.
I need to. Oh, God, contain yourself.
Oh, Mama, she's smuggling out 2 watermelons in that blouse.
No, he's not gonna. I'm gonna say to be. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's like, of course, because they had the thing, didn't they? So he is gonna be like. Well, I say that, but he's like.
My goodness, you look better than ever.
Even in death, you look sublime.
So it's true. It was you.
Yes.
Huh. You're something else.
But what are you doing here?
That hair. It's Pearl's, right?
Dude, her outfit! Dude! Come on! Like, she's
You've
not.
seen this happen at least a couple of times. now.
Yeah.
It's like, but she looks so convincing.
Tell me something, Dahlia.
No answer to the question of how and when she got there, I guess.
Yeah. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the Inner Temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of fight, you lost consciousness.
And you didn't think that to be slightly strange?
I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
She just fainted.
She did? Not terribly surprising, since she was about to be killed. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat.
When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help, so she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do.
She did that? I can't believe it.
Of course, I didn't have all the details, but one thing was perfectly clear.
I suppose the one thing that's not going to get explained is how did Maya have writing implements and paper inside the inner sanctum while she was
Well,
locked
yeah.
in? But we'll just gloss over that.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like, again, and again, this is just the idiot bull thing, and I'm probably overthinking it, but couldn't Pearl have just channeled Mia like 3 days ago and have cleared all of this up without the need for a court case?
Yeah, but you've got to remember, she's an eco baby. And she was also trying to do...
But Nick should remember!
I guess. Nick did hit his head and get a cold.
Yeah,
I
he did jump off
guess.
the bridge.
I don't know.
Well, he did jump off the bridge. He
well,
fell
I mean-
off the bridge.
Yeah, he fell.
And that was?
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
Free? What do you mean?
It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do.
Summon.
Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible. And lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
So it was Maya who put that lock on there.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else.
Equal Pearl.
By one Pearl Fae.
Pearls?
She was doing her job.
Yes, Pearls didn't properly understand the plan. So all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Faye's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you! I won't forget this!
This is where you have to seal her in the, what is it, from Dragon Ball Z, the evil containment wave.
The evil containment wave? What? Put her in the dead.
You never saw that?
The evil containment wave?
Yeah, it was what Master Roshi used to trap King Piccolo.
Oh no,
Is
I've not seen the original Dragon Ball. I've just Dragon Ball Z. I've seen Dragon Ball
It's
Z,
what you-
but I've not seen
It's
the
from
original.
Dragon Ball Super too. But anyway,
Oh,
it's
I've
what
not-
you use to
I've not seen
contain
Super.
something that you can't really kill.
I've not seen Super either. I know. I do want to watch it at some point though.
Everyone in the comments shame Pete for not having seen Dragon Ball Super.
Well, you'll have to shame me as well.
I was going to say, I was thinking you could trap him in the, it's in the shadow zone or whatever it is. The
shadow
no,
zone.
or the
Yeah,
dead,
yeah.
no, the dead zone. Like where
The dead zone, yeah.
where Garlic Jr. gets trapped.
Oh.
Garlic Jr. Yeah, why not
Anyway,
just admit it, Dahlia?
Just admit it. Dahlia Hawthorne. Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Who's a poopy pants?
Yes. Another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say?
High five.
What do you mean by another?
Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? I know there's so many of them, they're hard to keep track of, but, not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure.
That's right. Agitate the evil spirit.
Mm.
What? How dare you?
11 years ago,
The judge is like, none of. I don't see how any of this is relevant. But it's off.
I'll just
Off he
roll with
goes.
it.
but I'm
fine.
just so fascinated, I'm just going to let it go on anyway. Please do continue.
He's like got the
fake
popcorn out.
kidnapping.
Yeah.
I like he's got this little stove. He's like desperately turning the whirly pop while it's going. The fake kidnapping, your very first crime.
Sloosh.
You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... After Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth! That wasn't my fault! It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman!
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me.
Hmm?
Well, I'm still alive, I think, but... She looks like she's, like, skinned her knee really badly, like, ah!
Yeah.
You wound up killing someone else.
She also kind of looks like it's some sort of weird wedding dress to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
No, my husband.
As a result, you were sentenced to death.
By everybody's favorite judge.
It's one stupid move after another for you. But it's no longer funny.
I mean, implying that it was ever funny, which it wasn't, but fine.
You... Wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face!
I'm just going to leave out the part where I swallowed a glass bottle to protect you, because nobody needs to know that.
No one needs to be reminded of that.
No one needs to be reminded of that, because it was a very, very uncomfortable, you-know-what, a couple of hours afterwards. So we're going to leave that bit out. But the rest of it was you being stupid.
And I don't want to look extremely foolish in light of this situation right now, so I'm just going to not say anything.
Especially not with Mia standing right there, although she did see me eat the bottle anyway, so she knows about it. And now this! You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape.
Oh, don't provoke her like
Don't
this.
provoke
Not
her.
You know,
without-
she is still in her body. She
Yeah.
can just start, like, banging her head against the stand to
Yep.
try to give
Yep.
herself a concussion.
Yep.
Even though she was right there in front of you.
Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! You spinster!
Spinster.
I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would! And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death!
You could have also tried not killing me. That's also a thing you could have done instead.
True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What?
See-
What did you say?
And as you know, as Godot said it, or is it Godot, or was it Dahlia rather, who said that the body may die, but the ego lives on.
Yes, indeed.
Like flipping heck.
Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me.
And if you kill, and if you,
I guess it's not only her bazoombas that are big.
and if you'll strike me down now, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Oh, God. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all eternity.
I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you. Because you were already dead.
What about it?
Then you said, even when the body...
Oh, there we go. Yep.
There we
even
go.
when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever.
That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything.
Oh, damn.
And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, The narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp.
I also want to point out again that Mia is doing an awful lot of provoking, which is fine, but there's
She
no
is
but
in
like
Maya's body
but yeah,
right
she's
now.
still in Maya's body. She's been informed that she's in Maya's body. She could try and harm her.
Yeah.
like, but maybe she's just trying to make.
She's going Super Saiyan.
So this is so you're gonna have to concentrate to read this, I suspect, Sarah, because I don't think it's gonna be my control. It's the famous breakdown. Are you ready? Here it comes. Oh!
You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you?
Oh, I do still have control.
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want
Is my little hamburger helper back?
is for you to come out of Maya's body right now!
At which point he is now once again reminded her
Yeah.
that he's in Maya's body and she could
The
start.
power of law compels you!
Security, quick, please! Oh, here you go, Sarah. The screaming. Oh,
Oh. Oh, Christ.
Oh, the screaming
Oh,
Oh.
hello.
okay.
is a demon.
I'm not ready. Not ready to go.
Oh, oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I say, is that a blue fire in my courtroom?
Sweet mother of Joseph, mother of Mary.
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Jumping to
And again,
Joseph.
the person who is recording all of this in the courtroom is just like,
Hada, hada.
Just that. You can just hear
Oh,
the typing.
Oh,
my
Where's
his
the
hair's down.
Of course it is.
Nick says.
hamburger. Oh, and there, and she's dead.
Oh.
Now then, I assume you are the real Iris.
They just kind of gone and fetched it.
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
Have you got anything to eat? I'm bloody starving.
I'm so hungry.
No, I suppose it's only been a day, right? So, well, not a day, but not even a full day, even.
I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. It looks like you use the same sprite. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why are you asking me?
like I'm supposed to know.
over there.
If you ask me,
Look,
you're
all I know is now we've all seen demons and proof of an afterlife, so I think all of us need to consider what we've done and our actions leading up to this point. Quite frankly, I feel like the existential crisis I have experienced as a result of this case is going to stay with me long, long into the future. So quite frankly, I'd like to go home, pour some whiskey into my coffee, and forget this whole mess.
If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. Yes, I quite like the sound of that. It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye as well as the young Pearl Faye were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of Medium Valley, which it has never been referred to up until this point, has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit to get. No shit!
Oh shit, Sherlock.
No. Do you think?
Do you
Oh my
you
goodness.
think?
I don't think you need to convince the only two people who can channel her that they don't
Yeah.
want, that they shouldn't do it.
Exactly.
Although, everyone then turns to Pearl. Pearl,
Looking at me, Mr. Nick.
your mother was a meanie.
Oh,
Don't do it.
oh.
It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Your Honor?
Yes? What is it?
About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you... I was gonna say, it kind of seems like the water's just rolling off his back like a duck.
Yeah.
It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. No, Mr. Wright, this is shock. This is pure abject shock, which has interfered with my ability to process anything.
Was it what you can't see is underneath there? There's just rows and rows of empty whiskey bottles.
Like, it's the only way I've been able to cope, you see. Mr. Wright,
Should I pretend
so he's
that
gonna go back home, right? And his brother's gonna be like, so, how was the... Don't ask!
Don't even go there.
Should I pretend that he's been drinking this whole time? Like,
well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough.
I'm so drunk right now.
That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Quran channeling technique.
In occult.
oh my god! It's not that though. It's just the fact.
I read this one magazine.
Has he but I'm just thinking of have there been times where he's in this case where he's been confused about the channeling, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it was the other judge this entire time who was confused.
Then again, I guess we can't be critical of the judge for using that because Phoenix studied how to be a lawyer for dummies and had to have the concept of fingerprints explained to him and chain of custody and all that.
That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Quran channeling technique.
Hey, isn't it the New Year's issue of Occult?
I've seen quite a... What of it? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all that time, I've finally learned this one thing.
Just one. Just one.
Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
He says, staring straight at the camera.
Yes!
I'm looking at you.
You could say that this is part of some sort of multiverse. In order to fully understand that world, first, we have to immerse ourselves in it completely.
Again, talking directly to us, the players.
I mean, I think we've immersed ourselves in it about as completely as we can.
Yeah. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
I think his brother wanted to immerse himself too much in Dahlia's case.
Oh, can we not? Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Hey, pal, that's illegal.
That's illegal, pal.
Never thought of it that way.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Ah!
Oh,
God!
Oh, get down!
For God's sake! With that smile!
God damn it! Oh no.
You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
This trial isn't over yet. That's what he means.
What?
Trite. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony?
Huh? Dahlia's testimony?
I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed.
Oh, so
this will be Misty Faye.
Yeah, he's still trying to implicate Maya.
Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium, channeled Dahlia. Elise Donan. No. Sorry, Elise Donan. No. Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it.
This isn't over?
Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence.
No way.
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
What?
Who? Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Dick Gumshoe.
Hey, it's me,
Hey,
it's your pal. I'm here.
Indeed.
Is this gonna be Maya? Do we think?
Maybe.
Well, I don't know who else, right? Because it's got it.
I guess-
Well, it can't. Oh, look, wait, no.
They're gonna channel.
Are they
for
going to
Elise?
channel Elise? Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to say now that
Christ.
you say that.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Holy crappo.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Of course it's all right, Madame Attorney. Very well then. I don't really know what's going on anymore, but I guess I'm going to have to roll with it. Who is this final witness? Ha! Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in this case. See what I did there? Someone who saw the murder take place? The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes.
So it is Maya.
Oh.
You mean Maya? You can't! She can't testify after what she's just been through!
I don't give a damn!
Mm.
I want the truth and only the truth. We need to find the truth.
See, well, got that bit right.
The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand.
It's like they have to get like a hand cart or something to prop her up because she's still unconscious.
Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial.
A week later.
We will now proceed with the trial. Hey, Tried. I got something to say to you. So listen up.
What is it?
I don't think much of you is a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow managed to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case.
Excuse me.
Hey, don't lob factual statements at me like they're insults.
Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you.
You've got some nerve.
And you're hitting one, too.
Ugh.
Dang it.
But that's not gonna happen this time. This time, you're gonna have to do this by yourself.
Huh?
That's enough. This court is now in recess.
Well, I would sit here and listen to you and Mr. Godot trade bobs for the next half an hour. I have other things to do today.
Dang it, my recording of the Archers. I'm going to miss the Archers, and I didn't set it to record on my VCR. On my Betamax. Anyway.
Sad Iris.
No.
I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris was inside the sacred cavern.
I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on.
Go, Nick. Please don't lose. I don't want to die.
Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you.
Let me just drop a save in here.
Why did you help your sister out as much as you did?
Huh?
If you had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there.
My sister. I felt sorry for her.
Oh, and here we go. The silliness.
She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either.
Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, but I wasn't a little bitch about it.
Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who
Whoa!
was like a mother to me.
Whoa!
If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why
Except about how everyone was wronging her constantly.
Yeah.
And every time
And about Mia Fey. She complained
Yeah.
an awful lot about Mia Fey.
And every
Yeah.
time I went into her room, all of her stuffed toys seemed to be beheaded.
That's why I promised her that I would help her.
Oh dear.
Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? No, Nick.
Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But, as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that. Dahlia's stepsister Valerie ended up...
That was the case that wounded Mia so badly.
But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
Some people? You must mean...
Yes, 2 defense attorneys. Mia Fey and Diego Armando.
This guy who looks kind of vaguely familiar, like he looks a little bit like the prosecutor, but I'm not sure.
After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth. Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You.
That's right. Iris. There's one more thing that I have to ask you.
Yes? What is it?
On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise Donim, was it really you?
Yes. It was me. That night after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone.
That'll be Dahlia.
Yeah. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But...
The path to the inner temple was cut off, right?
Exactly. We can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this exactly as I say. Got it? Jesus. It was me. I was the one that received her body.
We know, because we proved it in court.
Yeah. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mr. Khalees always held.
I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff.
Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile.
But why? Why did you alter the body?
I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shishito. I wiped the blood off the staff blade and left it next to her on the ground.
Iris, just tell me one last thing.
Of course, and then Gumshoe found it and put it back together.
Yeah.
I think it was Gumshoe, wasn't
It
it?
was between Gumshoe and Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix and Gumshoe were the only two who knew at the time. So yeah, because Gumshoe found it. Yeah.
Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer.
Oh.
Oh, so it wasn't.
Not necessarily. Oh, unless... Oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it.
For arbitrary plot reasons.
I see.
Okay.
So, I can't really believe it, but we've run out of time again.
Again? Oh, Christ!
Oh my god!
Wow. We were never gonna get
You know
past
how
this
Pete
case.
was like, hey guys, I think we're close to the end of the case.
Yeah.
But
Told
no.
you, curveballs. Curveballs, man.
We are cursed. Oh.
Cursed
Well, that's
to
that then.
forever
Okay.
play this same case.
So, I guess, yeah, in that case then, well, if you like what we do, then why don't you give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, don't forget to leave a comment down below about how terrible we are, or if you got it before us, you could tell us and gloat, or not, or if again, if you like it, you could just give us some nice happy comments, they're always welcome.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell so that you get notified when we put up the final video. The next one's gotta be the last one. It has to be.
You say that.
It has to
You
be!
say that.
It has to be!
And with that, we're sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Take care, everyone.